edition of Leykis 101.
Can you attend my class? It is for your own good.
I mean, a girl decides how far she's going to let you go in the first 5 minutes.
You in my class? I am today.
I'm going out with that chick from Kinko's for drinks tonight, man. And I know I've got to not have sex with her.
No, man. You got to not want to have sex with her. Having sex with her is the whole point.
Okay, I've got to not want to have sex with her.
Right. Remember, okay, both men and women want to have sex. It's natural, except we're on different timetables. Women want to have sex 15 minutes after us. So, all right, if you hold out for 20, she'll be chasing you for 5.
It's Leykis 101, the on-air, ongoing adult education course that teaches men how to have more tail for less money. Or, more importantly, we teach women how men think. I'm your professor. This is my classroom. Class is in session. This is where we teach the tenets of Leykis 101. And being an electronic classroom, a correspondence course of sorts, many of you correspond with me electronically. And I do read what you send to us. If you just write to me at tom@blowmeuptom.com. And before I read some of your email, I should tell you we've been experimenting with a chat room on AOL. So if you have America Online or you are on AOL right now, you just go to the arts and entertainment section of the chat feature on America Online and look up the Tom Leykis Show, Leykis. Search me out. You'll find me on there. And you will find dozens of other people who are chatting about the stuff we talk about on Leykis 101. So, again, you just go to America Online. You go to the arts and entertainment section of the chat feature and look up the Tom Leykis Show. Leykis is spelled Leykis. And there's the chat room right there. You're in. Jordan writes it. It says, Dear Dad, I have grown up in a single-parent home since the age of 2. I have never had a father figure to teach me the things you have taught me in a few short months. My life has changed. I used to be a pussy and believe in love at first sight and fall in love with girls that treated me like crap. Leykis 101 has given me hope, and at the same time given me all the vagina I can handle. I treat girls like complete dirt. I've even had to open a savings account to hold all the money I haven't been spending on dead-end girls. I even had to up my minutes on my cell phone plan to accommodate all the nonstop phone calls. You are the role model I never had, and I regret not listening to you years ago. Thanks for all your laughs, all your wisdom, and all your insight on life. Your devoted listener and the son you never had. Jordan. Thank you, son. I am one proud father. Jason writes in and says, I've been married to my wife for 5 years now, and we dated for 8 years. Anyway, our sex life pretty much sucked, even before we got married. But my wife is a good homemaker and a hard worker, and I wanted to have at least one child, and she did too, so I got hitched. I spent the first 4 years of our marriage pretty much in misery because our sex life continued to suck. I stupidly thought it would get better if I gave her the ring. And I was basically lost. I started catching your show about a year ago during work. The more I listened, the more I realized that either she needed to put out or I needed to get the F out. Thanks to you, I finally got the balls to tell her that she needed to give me the poon like a wife should or I was leaving. The result? I get laid whenever I want. And my wife is more kinky than ever. I think I effed up by being a pussy at the start, but now she knows I'm the boss. And I do her like I want. Thanks to you, I know not to ask. I tell her ass, and she gives me what I need. Seriously, thank you for giving me the boost. And that is Jason. Can I tell you something? All you girls who call in making fun of Leykis 101 and making fun of my boys, you see, they follow the rules. They follow the tenets of Leykis 101. And you see, they are writing to me and telling me how successful they are. Another listener writes in, no signature, says, hello, Ta. There is something in my life I thought I'd share with you. I have an buddy. And he didn't say Or as she prefers to term it, friend with benefits. I hate that term. But it is common. We are fairly close friends in general, have much of the same interests, same circle of friends, and get along very well in general. We do disagree, however, on certain points. She believes there is such a thing as the one. She believes that it's important to be monogamous, and that in the end there is only one person in the world for you, but it's okay to have fun until you meet them. We have been buddies on and off during the 3 years of our friendship. For a while, we hadn't done anything together but usual friend stuff. I suggested starting up again, but she said no because she had an buddy already and believed it was important to be with only one person at a time. Now that things with that guy ended, we've been bunking up occasionally. I informed her that I was not restricting myself and I don't want a serious relationship. She agreed to this. Early one night, I was turned down, and she commented on plans to go, quote, play in the snow with an unspecified someone. I didn't ask, but it seems obvious to me that she intends to sleep with that someone, or I wouldn't have been turned away. We did, however, watch some movies together, cuddle, grope, and kiss that evening, but she made it quite clear at the end of the night that I was going home. Is this a common situation that women will be fine with having buddies who want to only have one at a time so that they can say to themselves they have a boyfriend? She certainly acts like we are together, but denies wanting that. It's deadly. One of the big reasons I don't want to be with her is that she is the original attention whore, has lots of guy friends, and wants a boyfriend to see her every single day. Does this happen a lot? Well, there are women who want to have only one buddy at a time because they don't want to feel like sluts, or they don't want you to think they're a slut. That does happen. So they are what we call serial monogamists, those who have one monogamous relationship after another. Nothing unusual about that. But the bottom line here is that it doesn't seem to me that you want to be a boyfriend. You just want to be an buddy. You told her you don't want a serious relationship. So what I don't understand is if one particular buddy is busy or otherwise engaged or, you know, she's somebody else. I said If that's what she's doing, why don't you have other buddies to go after? Why do you limit yourself to one? This is something I don't understand in men. You know, all you boys out there who have a tendency to have all your eggs in one basket, stop it. I know a lot of you boys, the minute you meet somebody, you want to glom onto them. You want to have exclusive rights to them. You stop seeing everybody else, and even if you don't stop seeing everybody else, you lie and tell her you've stopped seeing everybody else. I don't understand why you do that. There's nothing in it for you. Bang her when you can. When you can't, bang others. This isn't complicated. Stop mooning after somebody. Stop worrying about who else she's with. Stop it. Every time you get it from her, it's gravy. It's a bonus. You don't want to marry her. It's not going to go anywhere. You don't want to live with her. You don't want her to be your girlfriend. You don't want a serious relationship. So stop worrying about whether she's with someone else. You know what, pal? One day she's going to call you up and tell you she's found the one, and she's getting married to the one, and you'll be relegated to having lunch with her once a year every now and then after she's in a fight with her boyfriend or husband. That's what's going to happen. Get used to it and start spinning more plates. You need to have several plates spinning if you're a man. You need to be going out with several different women and having sex with as many of them as possible. Meeting a chick and then trying to limit yourself to one is counterproductive. Any woman who thinks she's the only one will step on you and crush you like a bug. Stop! Stop it! It's Leykis 101, the ongoing on-air adult education course. We teach men how to get more tail for less money. We teach women how men think. If you are looking to avoid a serious relationship, to avoid commitment, to avoid marriage, if you think that the shortest distance between 2 points is the way to go, you want sex with a minimum amount of blabbering, minimum amount of money spent, a minimum amount of time wasted, you've come to the right place. The Leykis 101 student is proud to be a jerk, proud to be known as an a-hole. We wear those names like badges. We don't spend more than $40 on a date. We don't date single mothers. We are proud to be in touch with our inner a-holes. We don't have coffee dates or lunch dates. We don't pay your bills. We don't want to pay your bills. We don't give you money. We don't give you gifts. We give our first jewelry or flowers on the first wedding anniversary, and not a moment before. We're Leykis 101 students. Are you a Leykis 101 student?
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM.
Well, break it down for me.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-866.
I'm Leykis 101 all the way. I don't need a damn computer to get what I need. I got Tom Leykis to show me how to play it, and I play it.
That's Tom Leykis 101. I am your professor. At 1-800-5800-TOM, it's Dina on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey. How are you, Tom?
Do you care, Dina?
Not really, actually.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted to tell you that I think that you and your Leykis 101 are completely at fault for the downfall of my relationship.
How so?
My boyfriend treats me like a second-class citizen because of you.
Uh-huh.
He does nothing but bitch, nothing but put me down and criticize me, be it if I'm wearing open-toed shoes or if I take 5 minutes too long or if he doesn't like what I made for dinner. Everything is a f***ing argument. Sorry for my profanity. I'm not an uptight kind of girl. I don't give him a lot of rules. I give him enough space in the world. I'm not a prude. I think you're funny. I think Howard Stern's funny. I'm not an uptight kind of a person, but your 101 rules have made my boyfriend a psychopath.
Really? And you're still with him?
No, I'm getting ready to pack up and move out.
You're getting ready to pack up and move out?
No, I'm moving my things out. I'm moving on the 1st.
Why are you living with him?
I'm living with him because I thought that once he got it out of his system of just the 26 and listened to other people's bullshit telling him what's great in a relationship and how to be in a relationship, that it would work. But you know what? It's just Tom Leykis this and Tom Leykis that, and this is your job and this is that and whatever. And you know what? Cooking dinner's not my job. I do it out of the goodness of my heart. Cleaning the house is not my job. I do it to save us money on a housekeeper. And I just want to be appreciated for those kinds of things and not made to feel like women are supposed to do things and men are supposed to control us doing them.
Well, it depends on whether we pay the majority of the bills or not.
Not at all. I run my own company. My boyfriend works for someone else.
Ah, okay.
And I'm 23 and he's 26.
Does he know you're about to leave?
Yeah.
And he's okay with it?
Nope.
What did he
He's
say?
flipping out. He's flipping out.
You told him because of 101?
I said because of everything, because just that mentality. Just that mentality that women are better than men and women need to listen to men and women need to be controlled by men. It's all a load of garbage. It's all a load of garbage. I am 10 times smarter than him. I'm going to go.
Well, he doesn't care about that.
Than him.
He doesn't care how smart you are.
Oh, please. I'll make 10 times more money than he ever will.
And we don't care about that either.
You know, then what's there to care about? Why do men want
Whether you're a good hot piece of ass. That's all we care about.
Then why not pay a hooker?
Because you're a lot cheaper. You clean the house, you make dinner, and you're having sex.
Piled asses. I'm not cheaper.
How much do you cost?
I cost a hell of a lot more.
But if you make more than he does, what is he paying you to do all this?
He doesn't pay me to do anything, but he takes very good care of me.
How do you mean that?
Financially. I mean, like, if I want gifts, I get gifts. If I want whatever, I get whatever. But if I don't get it from him, I can buy it myself.
Clearly, he hasn't been paying attention to the 101 rules, because I wouldn't be buying you all that stuff.
Well, that part I demand.
You demand. Look at you. You see, the thing is, dear, I think a lot of what you get is a reflection of what you give. And here you are telling us about your demands, and I'll bet you make demands.
Of course I do, because I'm a princess and I deserve to be.
Oh, and what kind of man do you expect to get with an attitude like that?
Why? My friend just got a boyfriend who showed up at her door with chocolate chip muffins at 6:30 in the morning on her birthday. Yeah. That's a Prince Charming.
That's a pussy.
No, it's not.
That's a complete pussy.
Goes and calls my dad. And
what do you mean I'm a princess? What does that mean?
I'm a princess and I deserve to be treated as such.
No, dear. There's no such thing as a princess in this country. We have no royalty in this country.
You know what? I'm a smart girl. I'm a beautiful girl.
We don't care. Again, you're not hearing me. There's not a man out there who cares how smart you are, even if it's true.
I just don't understand why men who call up to your show continue to bitch and moan about these relationships when all men want is a piece of ass. Go get yourself a $5 hooker. There's a strip club at the top of my block. You know,
a strip club. You waste a lot of money in there.
Well, please, trust me.
There are women who do it for nothing. Are you kidding me? There's women who do it for nothing.
No, trust me. The women I know won't do it for nothing. We cost a hell of a lot more and just...
Well, that's why we shouldn't. That's why I tell the boys not to have a girlfriend, because we have the most power when we're not committed to you in any way, and you're trying to get us into a commitment.
But don't you think the old adage, you get a lot more with honey than you do with vinegar, works the same with women?
No, with a woman, you get a lot more by treating her like crap. You get a lot more by treating her like you don't take her seriously than you do by giving her a ring. Believe me.
See, in my opinion, if my boyfriend treated me nicely and didn't make cooking, cleaning, etc. a job...
Oh, please, you still have that attitude. I'm a princess. I'm a princess. I deserve to be treated like a princess. You know what? I hate that attitude. I hate it. And most men I know hate that attitude. When a woman says, I'm a princess, I hear ka-ching. You want money.
Why? My parents have plenty. I have plenty.
Then why should we give you any? Then why should a man give you any?
No one needs to give me money. I want respect.
Respect.
And that's what you don't teach your men.
No, I don't.
Men,
no one deserves respect.
101 has no respect for women.
Yeah, no, believe me, most women don't deserve respect, dear, and I think I'd include you on that list.
The Tom Leykis Show. This is the Tom Leykis Show.
It's Leykis 101. 1-800-5800-TOM. I am your professor. Thank you for tuning in. Kelly on a cell phone. You're on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom. How are you?
Pretty good, Kelly.
Good. I have a question for you. I listen to your show a lot, and I hear a lot of the tenets of 101, but I always seem to miss the definition of a Hail Mary, so I was hoping you could explain that to me.
All right, let's start with the football definition. Do you know what a football Hail Mary is?
I don't know.
All right. Do you know anything about football?
I do. I dated a football player for 3 years when I was in college.
All right. There's a play called the Hail Mary. Okay. There have been a few famous ones. The most famous one was thrown by Doug Flutie when he was in college. It was Boston College playing the University of Miami.
Mm-hmm.
And here's how it works. All right, there you are. You're the team. You're down 6 or 7 points or whatever. Very little time left, and it's like third down and 20 yards to go. And so the quarterback heaves a pass, who knows, 50 yards, 60 yards, as far as he can throw, hoping against hope that somebody will catch it and run into the end zone with it.
Right.
The odds are long. The distance is huge. The game is running down. There's no time left. And it's called a Hail Mary because you're praying the guy's going to catch it.
Right.
Okay, you also know the odds are slim that he's going to catch it, that you're going to win the game. All right, so now you know what it is in football, right?
Right.
Okay. Now, a Hail Mary when you are dating is when you have not followed the Leykis 101 rule and you had sex without a condom and you knock this chick up. And so there she is. She calls you on the phone. She says, hello, I'm pregnant and I'm having the baby.
Right.
Now you're desperate. It's the fourth quarter and you're down by a touchdown. And it's third down and 20, and you call the Tom Leykis Show and you say, Tom, I'm screwed. What do I do now? I tell the guy you have to throw a Hail Mary. And he says, what's that? Now, my version of a Hail Mary is when you say to a woman, honey, I love you. But, you know, we're not ready to have a child yet. Of course I love you, and really down the line I want to marry you. And, you know, I want to have the house, white picket fence, and the dog, and the children, and all of that. But we haven't put away the money for a down payment on a house. We're not married. Our parents are going to flip out. If you would have the abortion now, down the line we get married, we do it the right way. Doesn't that make sense, honey?
That is so smooth, Tom.
And then she says, in many cases, yes, that does make sense. And she goes with you and the guy, and she has the abortion.
And then you dump her.
You dump her immediately after you buy her the Egg McMuffin. You buy her an Egg McMuffin after she has the abortion. Then you dump her ass.
Oh, that's so perfect. It's beautiful.
That's the Hail Mary.
All right.
And we get boys all the time thanking me because they threw the Hail Mary and they scored a touchdown.
I think that's so true because the more you pressure a woman into doing something she doesn't want to do, the more she's going to put her foot down. And so you got to finesse it a little bit. Right.
So you tell her that you love her and you're going to marry her, and you sound like you're making this big commitment. And you know what? You'd be surprised. I know a lot of men are surprised. They think women are just opposed to abortion. But in reality, many women are just trying to get us into a commitment of some kind.
I totally agree.
And they so don't care about whether or not they have that baby. They use it as a weapon.
Absolutely.
And this is how you snuff those women out.
Mm-hmm. It's a good defensive tool, and I think you're spot on, Tom. You're spot on.
Thank you, Kelly.
More power to you, baby.
Appreciate the call. 1-800-5800-TOM. Is our telephone number. It's Dennis on the Tom Leykis Show.
What's up, Tom?
How much, Dennis?
Yeah, I love your show, man.
Thank you.
Got a question for you.
Yeah.
You made this point probably like a couple months back now. I didn't quite understand it. You said that let your booty call and let them know they are strictly booty call.
Right.
Why is that?
Well, first of all, you don't just say, guess what, you're nothing but a booty call. What you do is you simply tell every woman you're dating, I date other women. Guys are stupid. They lie. The woman will say, are you seeing anybody else? And 99% of the time, guys go, no, after my last girlfriend, I've been on my own, and I haven't been seeing anybody. Come on, you've done this.
Not really.
Yeah, you have. Every guy has done this, okay? And then what happens is the woman gets this mistaken idea that you put all your eggs in one basket, and then expects to see you all the time and spend all this time with you.
All right.
You have to make sure she understands that she is one of the people you're dating.
I don't exactly let them know I'm like boning all these other chicks.
But then you have to hide. Why should you hide? Also,
I'm not hiding, but
your stock value goes up the minute a woman knows other women want you. Don't you know how competitive women are? Look at Joe Millionaire. Haven't you learned anything from that? You get much more when you let women know that they're not the only one. I dated a woman one time who wanted to move in with me. And I did not want to move in with her.
Okay.
So there were nights during the week when she would just, there were nights she would just come over after work. Night after night after night, she'd come over. So a couple of times she calls me for her cell phone. She says, I'm coming over. I said, well, I'm not going to be home tonight. And so she'd say, well, what are you doing? Now, what am I going to be, like most guys out there? I have a meeting with my boss tonight. Yeah, that's it. My boss. No. I actually told this woman, well, actually, I'm having dinner with a friend of mine. You know the way women love to say that? I'm having dinner with a friend of mine.
That's what I do.
Whose penis I've seen. Yeah, I'm having dinner with a friend of mine. And that is so convenient. You use the language that women use. I'm having dinner tonight with a friend of mine. In fact, look at the code I'm about to use in the following paragraph. I'm not going to be home tonight because I'm having dinner with a friend of mine, and I might be home late. So, why don't you call me tomorrow?
Perfect.
How many times have women used the code on you?
Perfect. That's what I do. I just think I thought you were going to tell them that, okay, you are the booty call.
Well, no, you don't say it that way.
Yeah,
you just let them know there's other horses in the race. And then they are competing for your attention.
Right. That's cool. I got a second question, and I don't know if it's in the premise of 101, but one of my booty calls really quickly before I do. And I just feel like she's satisfied, and I stop every time without me getting anywhere.
Why do you stop?
She just looks like she's just satisfied and she's done.
Dennis,
You can ask
Dennis, all right, time for a little biology lesson, Dennis.
All right.
Women are not like men. You realize women are capable of having more than one orgasm.
Right, I know that.
Even though you think they're satisfied because they had an orgasm.
Okay.
You keep going until A, you have an orgasm, or B, until she tells you to stop.
All right.
Stop worrying about that.
She just feels like she's so done, and I'm like, all right, I guess I'll stop. But,
No! By the way, sometimes women act like they're satisfied just to get you off them. But what about your satisfaction? Screw that.
All right.
You keep going until she tells you to stop.
All right, Tom. You're the man, Dad.
Dennis, I'm here to help. 800-5800-TOM! Emily on a cell phone. You're on the Tom Leykis show.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Emily.
How are you doing?
Do you care?
I really do, actually.
Doing great.
Well, I haven't listened to your show that long, so I'm not sure about all of the rules of Leykis 101.
Yeah.
But I do know that there's been a lot of women complaining about how they get treated like yada, yada, yada. But my way that I deal with it is I just have sex with my boyfriend every day, and everything is great.
That's all. Really, it's so simple. Women try to make this so complicated.
It's just like sex is fun. It feels good. I enjoy it. He enjoys it.
Lick what we ask you to lick, suck what we ask you to suck, and F us once or twice a day. Believe me. Yeah, your boyfriend will not be on the internet looking for it. He will not be talking to other chicks. You will not find phone numbers in his pocket if he's getting it all the time. And don't blimp up like the Michelin Man. How hard is this?
You just got to work out, and, sex is a great workout. I mean, there's no doubt about that.
Well, my girlfriend has sex with me, like, as often as I want it. She goes to the gym 3 times a week. She's obsessed with her appearance. And, what, you think she's got to worry? Come on.
There's nothing to worry about. I mean, it makes it so stable and so just a great relationship.
Women just love to have that attitude. You think you can boss me around. Yeah, I do you a favor by having sex with you. You think I did... Stop it!
It's like the excuse of, well, I don't really feel like doing it. What does that mean? Like, what makes you not want to have sex?
By the way, if you really want to seal the deal, put some food on the goddamn plate once in a while, huh?
No doubt about it.
Put it in front of my face, huh? Come on, how hard is this?
It's really...
This is why I had to go to another continent to find somebody, because on this continent, unless your name ends in Z, you're not willing to do that stuff.
It's just simple. There's nothing else that you have to do.
That's right.
Well, can you take me out with a screaming orgasm?
Here it comes, Emily.
Oh, God. Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Stella on a cell phone. You're on the Tom Leykis show.
Hey, Tom.
Stella.
I just want to let you know I'm a new listener.
Mm-hmm.
Your show was actually recommended to me, and I have a few comments, if you don't mind. Hello?
That's what I'm here for.
Okay. Tom, first of all, I just want to let you know that I do agree with a lot of the things that you say. Sex should definitely be enjoyed by both people. It should not be withheld. It should not be used as a reward when the man does what the woman wants. I'm married, and I believe in mutual satisfaction.
Great.
Okay? That's great. But I'm a little bit disappointed.
In what?
Because in you.
How?
I think you're a hypocrite.
How?
Well, I haven't been listening for a long time, like I said, only like a week or so. But I hear you talk about your girlfriend, and then I hear you say that a man should never become committed. And
that is not what I said. You are misquoting me.
Okay, well...
why would a man who's been married 4 times tell men they should never be committed?
4 times, woohoo!
You are a new listener.
Commitment.
You are a new listener. I never tell men that. I never tell them never. But I do tell them that if what they want is to get laid, and that's all they want, they should not be in relationships.
I agree with you.
And there are many men who are in relationships merely because they want sex on a regular basis, because they want to subscribe to the magazine rather than picking it up on the newsstand.
I see. Okay.
That's what I tell them. And if you would listen, no, I dare. The other listeners are a little smarter than you are. They know what I'm saying.
Smarter than me.
Yeah, because you're calling in here like you're smarter than the rest of us. Let me tell you something, dear. The boys know. They know.
I'm smarter than the rest of them.
They understand that I have a girlfriend, but that I have told them that in most cases, the boys who are taking a class in how to get laid should not have girlfriends. They shouldn't.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying it for me. I just wanted to make sure because, like I said, I am a new listener.
Well, you know, just like any other educational program here on the Tom Leykis Show, we got a little special ed for you. Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. Boys, I highly recommend that. Tabasco sauce in the condom when you're done with it. Wouldn't you love to catch some bitch doing that? Honey, I'll be right back. I'm just going to go to the bathroom. And they go to the other room. It's like...
It's the Tom Leykis Show.
Tom Leykis. The Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. Kevin on a cell phone. You're on the Tom Leykis Show.
Hey, Tom, how's it going?
All right, Kevin.
All right, I got a question about the sperm and the condom thing.
Yeah, well, no, not the sperm in the condom, the
semen.
The hot sauce.
Yeah, the hot sauce. Wouldn't that would look like bloody semen, wouldn't it? What girl's going to stick that,
Well, how many girls are inspecting that closely who would do something like that, number one? And number two, that would be perfect if they don't use it. That's the idea. You don't want them to use it.
Right, I'm thinking about liquid Drano or bleach or something that
would... A little liquid Drano in the condom. Well, I don't know what the legality of that would be, but certainly I think the hot sauce goes far enough.
I know, but, the condom is, kind of see-through. You can see that the semen would be red. And if there's
liquid Drano.
Semen in themselves, then, man, they must be really desperate.
How about a little bubonic plague out of one of the missing vials? How about a little smallpox in there?
Exactly. Yeah, stick something clear.
Yeah, one day we will see the lawsuit against somebody who put something like liquid Drano in a condom, and then the woman tried to use the sperm out of the condom and scorched her cooch, and then she'll be suing. You watch, it'll happen.
Maybe a little bleach with a little stinger.
A little stinger. Little chlorine, little Clorox in there.
Yeah, definitely. At least you probably kill what she has on the outside, right?
I'd give, on the one hand, I'd give anything to hear that blood-curdling scream of the chick who got the hot sauce in her cooch. But on the other hand, I don't want to be with anybody who would take the sperm out of my condom and use it for evil purposes. Man. I'll tell you what.
At all. All right, Tom, I just wanted to, say that because, if a girl's going to see some red something in the condom, then and they'll have to try and steal
just as well she doesn't put anything inside her, for God's sake. Anna, you're on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
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 Well, my husband's been listening to you for a lot of years, and we've recently been married, and so I've been listening to you. And at first I was angry by a lot of the things you said because I didn't understand. Now I understand, and I just want you to know that you're helping keep me alive and kinky in my marriage. By listening to you makes me realize I need to keep my man happy, and therefore he keeps me happy.
There you go.
So thank you.
That's all you have to do. Just keep effing him, man. That's, it's not that complicated.
No, it's not.
And like I say, put some goddamn...
From Los Angeles, it's the Tom Leykis Show.
We've got Bush.
And now, here he is, Tom Leykis.
Thank you for tuning in to the Tom Leykis Show. This is where America gets together to talk about the issues you really care about. It's a different kind of a radio talk program. We're the radio talk show that is not hosted by a right-wing wacko or a convicted felon. No. I am your host. Write down our toll-free telephone number. You're going to need it. It's 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866. It's Leykis 101, the ongoing on-air adult education course that teaches men how to get more tail for less money. We teach women how men think. I am your host. I am your professor. I am the guy who takes the calls here. Toll free at 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866. Michael on a cell phone. You're on Leykis 101 with the professor. Hello.
Professor, I would have never sat this long for somebody on the phone, but I owe so much to you.
Really?
I started out lying as, hey, I produce these shows and everything, and it was working okay for me. And then as it progressed, I met some people at a studio and ended up actually becoming a producer here in Hollywood.
So you started to believe your own bull, and it turned out the game true.
It became true, and now I'm actually a working producer in Hollywood.
How cool is that?
I owe my new career to you. I owe my divorce to you, in which case I took her to the bank and paid her nothing. I kneel at the altar. I feel like an apostle, really.
Ah.
But my question is, now that I live this lifestyle, which I totally owe to you, I find myself going out on dates, and when I go on these dates, it's usually Hollywood 8s or 9s. So good-looking women. And I like to go out, during the day it's hustle and bustle here in Hollywood. So at night, I like to take time, have 2 or 3 hours, nice dinner. That doesn't fall into the $40 thing, which is what I tell other Leykis listeners.
Why do you go to a nice dinner with a chick?
Well, because I just happen to be going to a nice dinner anyway. And
not good enough because, yeah, but that's not even, you know what? Better to go to a nice dinner with your buddies.
Well, I do that too, though.
Yeah, but I
bring like a little entourage of 3 or 4 people, and I end up with this, whoever. And then, it's like part of the expense. So I seem to think it's like, if you're going to go for a tuna, you can't put an earthworm out there on the hook.
But that you're so wrong about that because the bottom line, let's take Hollywood, not Hollywood the entertainment industry, but Hollywood the place as an example.
Okay.
Do you know how many cool little joints there are in Hollywood that are super cheap? Right. I mean, how about Bordner's over there on Las Palmas, for example?
Very familiar with Bordner's.
I mean, it's a legendary joint. With cheap
like
drinks.
Sally's or something like that, but you're still, by the time you're into the wine and all that, you're exceeding the 40.
Well, again, you're not drinking. You're not ordering wine.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
in fact, as much as possible, what you want to try to do is hook up with them after dinner. You say things like, "What are you doing for dinner tonight? How about we hook up tonight about 9:30?"
Okay.
And then you just skip dinner altogether.
So I just still hang around with my buddies, spend the money on them.
Right.
And then just pick up the broads after.
Yeah, and you know what? Poindexter's out there taking her to dinner while you're out with the boys.
Tom, I love it. That's why I listen. I don't know how I missed this point.
Then on top of that, what you do is you call her cell phone while she's out with Poindexter.
Mm-hmm.
And he's sitting there like a dope, looking at his watch, looking at his credit card. You call up and you say, "How long are you going to be?" And she doesn't even want you to know she's out with Poindexter. She's like, "I'm out with a friend. I should be done about 9:30. Great. Why don't we meet about 10?
I had something very similar to that happen last Sunday. Yes.
That's the way to go.
Okay.
And don't give up nice restaurants, but why spend that money on a stranger?
I just like the company. Sometimes you just want company.
I like company, too. I've got lots of good friends who like good food, and I go out with them.
Okay.
Just found this great Italian restaurant with a lot of Leykis fans there in Santa Monica the other night. I got invited to dinner at a restaurant called Capo over on Ocean Avenue.
Okay.
Spectacular. But, an entree is between $22 and $35. It's expensive.
Right.
You wouldn't waste that on a woman. What, are you kidding me?
No, I agree. I just had a little misdirection. And I will totally be reevaluating and passing on the tutelage.
Absolutely.
To the others.
Perfect. And Poindexter will happily take her to dinner.
Oh, he answered. Last weekend, he answered the phone. She's trying to I got to go to the bathroom. I got to take this call and everything. I said, "Look, I need to see you right now. Get your ass over here." She gives me a call back. "I'll call you in 5 minutes. Hold on, I got your business."
I've had countless calls from women in the bathroom.
It's great. I love it.
I can't talk to you now, but where are you going to be in an hour? I've gotten that call many times.
And I find the bigger ass I am, the better the caliber of women.
That's right.
And the less I have to do, and the more they chase me.
That's exactly right.
I never lived by this credo before. I always thought, hey, I was the nice guy and all that, and nice guys finish last.
Look at this. Now you're a TV producer and you're banging 9s and 10s.
That's right. and not looking at ever getting married again. As a matter of fact, my ex-wife was saying I was looking weak. Last night I stopped by my ex-mother-in-law to drop off some extra crap of hers.
Yes.
And my ex-wife happened to be there. And she says, oh, you know, who you dating, whatever. And he's, hey, you know, I got this 21-year-old I'm going out with tonight. And she says, that is so foolish of you to be going out with 21. I go, well, you know what? It's everything's where it should be. That's
what was foolish was getting married to her.
Absolutely. Well, I didn't want to say, you know.
Yeah, but you were thinking
I
it.
didn't want to be too mean. Oh, I definitely was thinking it. She's got some poor other sap lined up, so whatever. I don't care. Tom, just thank you for everything.
Michael, thank you. And you are proof positive one day Dean J. D'Amelio will be a screenwriter.
He was talking to me, and he has the right angle to come with.
Women.
I said, you know, I didn't realize you were on so many films.
Women? Oh, are you kidding? Dean actually looks up. There are these websites with films that are in production. You know, like with big name stars that are being prepared for a fall release or winter 2004. Dean gets the names of all these films and the names of the top stars in the films, and it tells chicks that he's in these movies. They can't check till winter 2004. It's a perfect crime.
For a little while, I had such a problem because so many guys are following the Leykis way now. I would go into places and people were saying, oh, you're a producer. Right. You listen to Leykis or something like that. No, I actually am a producer.
But that makes it even better.
Studio right now.
They were suspicious of you, and that makes it even better. Because now you can prove you're a producer, then they think they've got nothing to worry about, and then you pounce on them like the big bad wolf. It's perfect.
It is perfect. I'm living a fantastic life right now, Tom.
I'm so proud.
I can't. If I would kiss your ring. If you were here, I'd be on my knees kissing your ring.
Well, just enjoy your time over there at Warner Brothers, and keep in mind that Dean will be there eventually. Dean will be working there.
Every day I laugh at all the fools that are just paying their way through.
Dean worked on the Warner Brothers lot, and he really did. He worked on the Tom Leykis pilot, the TV pilot that never got on the air. And
what happened there? You had it with the wrong producer. I would have got that on for you.
Well, the problem is like most TV shows, when you try to produce them for syndication, most of the people in the production field are women, at least TV producing, and they all want you to wear sweaters and they have pastel walls and not offend people.
You were with the wrong person.
I mean, nice group of people. That most of them are working on The Bachelor or The Bachelorette or whatever. Great. Yeah, I just love these people. But you know what? I need a bunch of guys to produce the show.
Absolutely. We go. I don't know exactly, but we go to a bunch of events. And we have the girls come up and they're like, you guys exploit women and everything. I think it's what people want to see. Look, I'm paying you. Do what I tell you to do, or get the hell off the set.
We exploit everybody.
Oh, everybody is here for our work. It's great, because when we go on a set, people are like, you know what, we own this place. It's like, isn't it great? Isn't Hollywood great? What we're living in is fantastic.
I've been here 15 years, Michael. You know I love it.
Tom, I almost have tears in my eyes from just talking to you. All right, I got to run.
All right, Michael, say hi to everybody over there at Warner Brothers for us.
I will. Bye-bye, Tom.
Thank you, Michael.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM.
I just think Tom Leykis' way of getting laid is ridiculous. I just totally disagree.
Tom knows more about men and women than any other man I've ever heard.
It's the Tom Leykis Show.
Only on Hot Leykis 101. I'm your professor. It's 1-800-5800-TOM. Jim on a cell phone. Hello.
Tom, how you doing?
Hi, Jim.
Well, I got a new idea for 101 students that'll work.
All right, what's that?
Let me tell you how I came up with it.
Uh-huh.
I went out with this chick. It was like our second date. We go back to her place, and I was going to drop her off. She asked me if I want to come in. So I thought I was in. So I was like, hell yeah. So as soon as we get inside, sit down, she brings me a beer, and she springs on me that she's not ready to take our relationship to the next level.
The next level, meaning you putting your penis inside her.
Exactly. She tells me that she just ran into her ex-boyfriend, and he told her how he missed her and how he wants to get back together with her and all this.
So she's at that level with him again.
Well, she said she hasn't got with him, but
I know that's what she said.
So
that just means she's on her period, or it means that she hasn't gotten to Victoria's Secret to buy new underwear yet.
So like I was completely dumbfounded. I didn't know what to do.
You know what to do.
And then it came to me, Tom. You know that Christian saying, WWJD, what would Jesus do?
Uh-huh.
Well, being an atheist like yourself, I always called that We Want Jack Daniels.
Uh-huh.
So I've taken it and improved it one step further. WWTD. What would Tom do? And, you know, right as soon as I said that to myself, it came to me. I knew exactly what to say.
What'd you say?
I told this chick, I said, you know, you're getting a lot out of us. I'm taking you out. I'm giving you all this attention. And what do I get out of this? I get to spend my money, and I get to waste my time. And there's girls out there I could take out, and I know I'd be getting something from at the end of the day. And she just kind of, like, looked at me, and I was like, well, you got my number. Call me when you're ready. I walked out the door. Didn't look back.
Wow, good for you.
And, you know, the next day, she was blowing up my cell phone.
I'll bet she was.
She was leaving me messages. Oh, I'm sorry. I feel like I've screwed up something that could have been really special and blah, blah, blah.
That's right. That's what happens.
That's right. So I waited about a week, and then I called her back, and, you know, she asked me how I was doing, what I was up to. And I was like, oh, you know, been going out, saw this out, going out on a couple dates. She was like, oh, when can we get together this weekend? I was like, no, I got another date, but I'll call you Monday. So I waited till like Thursday. I called her up, and she's like, oh, come on over tonight. It's like, all right, what the hell? Came over, and she gave it up, Tom.
Was it good?
Oh, it was wonderful.
Wow. That's great.
Yeah, this chick, she's an LA 8.
Wow. That's pretty good.
She's got a smoking little body.
That's got to be a Tacoma 10.
It's pretty close. Yeah, so whenever any students don't know what to say, just think WWTD, and I'm telling you, it works.
Absolutely. I'm telling you. I had that one chick that one time who told me that, you know, that she didn't think I was serious about the 3-date rule. I said, oh, yes, I am. She said, but I hardly know you. And I said, well, I'll tell you what. If it's a matter of getting to know me, if you got any questions, you can email them to me or call me. I'll be happy to answer all the questions you have. And then when you know enough to have sex with me, give me a call.
Did she give up to you, Tom?
You know what? By the time we got to that point, I didn't want it anymore. I completely lost interest. Then I made sure to tell her, you know what? I was interested, but I've lost interest.
Threw her for a loop.
Oh, completely threw her off. Yeah, I loved it, though. Thank you, Jim.
Thanks, Tom. Can you take me out Cheech and Chong style?
Cheech and Chong style? Would that be a bong rip there?
Gracias.
1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Angel, you're on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, Angel.
I was calling you because I wanted to tell you that you are the bomb. You just really know how to show these boys or these men what to do. I have a friend here, and she's 30 years old, and she fell for that trap with the producer, that little line.
Uh-huh.
And now she's trying to be really good friends with the district attorney.
Oh, there we go. District Attorney, Mr. Dean J. D'Amelio.
Yes, she has 2 kids, a 4 and a 5-year-old, and the producer has skipped town.
I'll bet he has.
He listened to everything that you said except for putting the Tabasco in the condom.
Oh, did she go to the condom and take the contents out?
Well, no, he didn't do that. He failed to do that. That's how come she has 2 of his kids and he skipped town.
Oh, I see.
He listened to everything that you said. He sweet-talked her, and, you know, he even put up them posters in his living room and said he was a screenwriter for one of them posters.
Really?
And, you know, she just ate up all them lines that he was giving her, and he skipped town, and now she's on the system, I guess.
Wow.
So
I always say, anybody who falls for that line gets what they paid for.
Well, yeah, and, you know, he listened to everything that you say to do except for putting the Tabasco in the condom.
Yeah, well, he should have done that, but I don't know if I was recommending that 4 and 5 years ago.
Yeah, but it works, obviously.
Oh, yes.
Not for this little Michael, but it works.
Well, believe me, if you ever try to do something like that, you find out if it works.
I don't need to be doing that. I listen to you, too. I agree with everything you say.
Really? Unbelievable. The only thing missing is my handprint on your ass.
Isn't it? When are you going to go back to Camacho's?
Oh, don't worry. We get back there fairly frequently.
All right, then. I have to be there.
All right, I will crack your ass hard.
Not a problem.
I know you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right, Angel.
Thanks, Tom.
Thank you. I love that. Her friend fell for the producer line, and now she has 2 kids, and the producer isn't working in any of the movie studios anymore. Dean, that's not yours, is it? All right. Dean's in the Witness Protection Program. He's working on the Tom Leykis Show. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Marco, on a cell phone, you're on the Tom Leykis Show.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, Marco. It's Leykis 101. I am your professor.
Yeah, I learned a little something on the Leykis 101 a few months ago. The new trick that some guy came up with, and he's a genius. You go out to an ATM machine, you take all the little slips of ATM receipts there.
Yes.
You go through them, and you find the ones with the biggest bank accounts, and you stuff them in your pocket.
Right.
So when you meet girls later, you write your number on those, right?
Exactly.
So they think you're some loaded stud when really you're a poor schmuck like me.
Uh-huh.
So I've been doing it. It's worked 3 times.
3 times? You've nailed 3 chicks with the ATM trick.
Dude, I nailed 1 chick. 3 different chicks. One of them I nailed twice. I saw her again a couple weeks later. She had lost my number, so I wrote it on another ATM receipt with an even bigger bank account. She called me even faster. Her name was Emily, but that's all I'm going to say.
Emily.
I got busted on it, though, and this is so incredible. Like, this girl, she's either been listening to your show, or she's the biggest gold digger ever. Now, I'm up here, I work up in Seattle, Washington, but I live down here in Olympia.
Yeah.
Now, in Olympia, it doesn't take a lot to be the richest guy in town. I'll tell you that right now. I make pretty good money, so I can dress the part easy enough, but I don't have the big big ATM receipt because I live hard. I drink a lot. I go out. So I found this one, right? It was close to $35,000 in the checking account. So, I'm talking to this girl, and she is such a fox. Her legs are as long as I am tall. I mean, just beautiful. So I write my name and number. I'm like, here, call me. Right? She called me up the next day screaming at me about what an ass liar I am.
Wait a minute. Hang on there. I want to get the end of this story. I want to find out how a gold digger busted you.
The Tom. This is the Tom Leykis Show.
From Los Angeles at 1-800-5800. Leykis 101, I am your professor. All right, Marco was telling us how a gold digger, after he nailed 3 chicks with the ATM receipt trick, a gold digger outed him. And we were just about to find out how she did it. What did she do, Marco?
Okay, so I gave her the receipt with my phone number, and she called me before I even made it back to my car, So I go back to her place. I'm like, oh, no, we can't go back to my place. It's being remodeled. Actually, I had that idea when you were having your house remodeled. Anyway, so we go back to her house. We do this thing. I leave. I get a call from her the next day.
Oh, wait, you banged her that night?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Oh, okay, so you tagged her at least.
Yeah.
So who cares if she busted you after you tagged her?
Oh, because I would have tagged her again, man.
That's okay. At least you got a taste.
Okay, well, so here's what happened. So, I bang her, and then the next day she calls me, and she's furious, and she's telling me how she's going to hunt me down and kill me. And I'm like, why? You said you had a good time. And she's like, yeah, well, I thought you were rich. She actually said that. I'm like, oh, yeah? What gave you that thought? Because I never talked about what I did or anything, she says, well, your ATM that you wrote your receipt on, I called the bank. You don't have that much money. I'm like, how do you call the bank? That's not even my bank. She goes, no, I called the bank on the thing. What she did is she had called up the bank whatever was from.
That the receipt came from.
She pretended like she was like a telecheck kind of place, and she told them that I had written a check for like $8,000 to buy a computer or something, and she was just calling to verify the funds, which I guess is common. Banks can do that.
So you're telling me that the entire account number appeared on the receipt?
No. But the bank name and everything was on the ATM slip.
Right, but here's the thing: my ATM slip from my bank has a bunch of X's and the last 4 digits of the account number, so nobody can look at my ATM receipt and track it down to me.
Well, that's how she said she did it.
She might have been faking you out or lied about it. Because here's the deal. I mean, look at any ATM receipt. Most of them do not have the entire account number on there. In fact, I'm so confident of that at a future appearance, I'm going to be giving away copies of ATM receipts for my own account.
That is good. Do they have your name on them?
No.
You that had the people's names, the people's first and last names.
No
on.
name. All it has is 4 digits of my account number.
That's good.
And I'll be giving those away with a 6-figure balance at my next appearance.
Well, she called the bank and asked to look at my account, and they're like, well, he doesn't bank here, because she gave him my name. And so then she started asking questions or whatever, and I guess she found out that this account that I got the receipt from belonged to some woman named Eleanor.
Well, did you tell her, hey, whoever, I never told you that was my bank receipt. I just had it in my pocket.
No, because I really wanted to score her again, because she did stuff, man. She did stuff that, like stuff that I feel dirty telling my buddies about,
Really?
Yeah. So I lied. I said, oh, yeah, that's my ex-wife. Yeah, that's it. She never bought it.
She didn't buy it?
She didn't buy it.
Oh, see that? Well, your luck ran out, but guess what? You tagged it once, and really, when you get right down to it, tagging it once is the ultimate, and then if you get anything more, it's gravy.
Well, she paid for the drinks, too, because she didn't want to seem like a gold digger.
And she paid for the drinks. How perfect is that?
That's a great way to do it. If you come across as a rich guy, a lot of the time, they'll pay for the drinks because they don't want to come across as a gold digger.
Right, so it's a small investment.
Guys, when you're on the lookout for that.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. All right, man, I got to go because I'm almost home, so take it easy, and if it's easy, take it twice.
All right, Marco. Thank you. He nailed 3 different chicks, plus the 4th one, except she caught him after he nailed her, too. How perfect is that? It's Leykis 101. I am your professor, John. Hello.
Hey, how you doing, Tom?
Okay.
Good. Hey, I was just calling, man. I listen to you all the time. I love your show. But, one area I really think you're wrong in, man.
What's that?
Well, like this guy who, this girl who calls up and says, hey, her friend followed your advice and went out with this guy and now he actually followed the advice, right? And now he left her with 2 kids, and she's going after him with the DA. Well, what about the kids, man? I mean, you encourage this guy to bang her. He didn't use...
Who decided to have kids?
Both of them.
No, they didn't.
Really? He stuck it in there.
The point is, who makes the final decision about whether children will be born?
Both of them.
No, they don't.
Absolutely.
All right, I'll prove it to you right now. So the woman says, I'm pregnant, and the man says, have an abortion. And the woman says, I don't want to. Who makes the final decision?
Well, she does, but at the same time, I think...
She does. Well, let's emphasize, you just changed your answer. First, you said they both make the final decision, but you finally admitted the real truth, which is that she makes the final decision.
She makes part of the decision, but you can influence, because my ex-wife wanted to have an abortion with my kid. I told her absolutely not. I married her, and a year later I took my kid. And I left her.
Well, great. But you know what? The final decision is not made by you. Even if you influence the decision was still made by the other person.
Yeah, but the bottom line is this guy's now a loser, man. He ain't taking...
No, he's not. He's not paying for those kids.
Exactly. He ain't taking care of them. What a loser.
He's not a loser. He convinced her he was a producer, and she believed it, and had sex with him, and had babies with him based on that lie, and now she's paying for it.
No, I agree with her. I don't have a problem with you using her. You know where the problem comes in? What about those 2 kids?
Well, she made that decision, and she is to blame.
He needs to be
He didn't make the decision. She did.
He needs to be a man and step up and take care of
No. You know what? I change your fingerprints, go into the witness protection program. Let that gold digger sit out there and rot.
Well, who cares about the gold digger part of it? What about the kids, Tom?
She decided to have the kids. It's her responsibility.
Did your dad desert you when you were a kid?
He didn't, but let's face it.
How would you like to grow up?
Irrelevant.
Without a dad. It's not irrelevant.
It is irrelevant. You know what? There's lots and lots and lots of kids that grow up without dads around.
Right, and that's where there's a lot of problems in our country, because those kids don't have real male role models, man. They're being raised by women who don't know how to...
That's because women decide to have kids and go it alone.
But they don't teach men. They don't teach men how to be a man.
They shouldn't be having kids without being married. They shouldn't be having kids without being married. That's the problem. And women have complete control over that.
Yeah, and I agree with that. You shouldn't be having kids without getting married.
Well, but women make the decision to have kids without being married, so they should take the responsibility.
Stuck his penis.
That's right, and that's what men do, and that's the bottom line.
David.
The Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. This is Adam. Adam, you're on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello, Tom. How you doing?
Do you care, Adam?
I'm trying. I'm trying hard.
Okay.
Anyway, I got a story for you. It won't take me long.
All right.
This is a thank you story, in fact.
Yeah.
About 9 months ago, I was dating a girl, and things weren't going well. It was almost over. And all of a sudden, pregnancy popped up. She said, Adam, I'm pregnant. And I said, oh, so she looked at me, and she said she wanted to have the baby, and we were both on the fence and whether or not to have it, until I said, look, listening to your show, I got this idea, the old Hail Mary pass. I figured, what the hell, I might as well give it a try.
Right.
I said, look, let's go to Florida. We can go and get the abortion pills there, and I'll take you on a vacation. We'll get the abortion. Don't worry, baby. I love you. I'll be with you no matter what happens. And she went along. I threw the pass. She took it, touchdown, and now I'm not a dad.
Oh, how perfect is that?
Not bad at all. She got a vacation out of it, and I kicked her to the curb right afterwards.
Right after you got back from Florida.
Right after.
Well, how'd you say it? What'd you tell her?
I said, what did I tell her to get her to do it?
You know, what'd you tell her when you dumped her? Like you just got back from Florida? And what'd you say?
I said, look, I don't know. I just said, it's over. I said, we're not having a baby. I don't want to be with you anyway. It was unfortunate we had to go through that, but leave me alone. And she's left me alone since, which has been good.
Perfect. Dean wants to know if you got her the Egg McMuffin.
I got the yes, of course.
You did. You had to get her the Egg McMuffin.
It wouldn't be right without the Egg McMuffin.
That's like Brandon, the Hail Mary logo on your ass. You know, right after the abortion, you get the Egg McMuffin. Come on, honey, I'll take you out and get you something to eat. And you take it right to McDonald's.
It was a perfect Florida Keys Egg McMuffin is what it was.
Oh, you went to the Keys. I was just there.
Oh, yeah, nice.
They got a good Planned Parenthood, I think, in Key Largo.
It gets even better. She's in the hotel room right after the abortion, and I'm walking down Duval Street, and I got laid that night.
No!
Yeah.
What hotel were you staying in?
At the end of the world, the hotel, end of the...
Oh, the southernmost hotel in America.
That's the one.
I know it.
You know the one.
I know it well. So you were walking down Duval Street in Key West. How did you get late?
It was a drunk thing. I can't even recount the details.
Were you somewhere down near Sloppy Joe's or something?
Just down at hanging out at the second floor lounge. You know, the naked place.
Oh yeah, okay.
Third floor lounge, and we ended up macking on a naked girl there. Went back to her hotel room that night. You know, I had to relieve the stress somehow.
With your pregnant girlfriend at the hotel room.
Yeah.
Why don't you go to sleep? I'll go out for a few hours.
What?
Honey, why don't you go to sleep? I'll go out for a few hours.
Yeah, honey, I feel you're tired. I'll leave you alone. I understand we just went through something tough. You know, don't give you your space.
I'll give you your space.
Oh,
and I need my space.
Yeah.
My space is right between some chick's legs, right?
That's beautiful. So I just wanted to call you, thank you, let you know I'm not a dad, and I appreciate you very much.
Adam, thank you so much for checking in. I'm proud.
All right, I'll be listening. Take it easy, bud.
Appreciate the call. Rick on the Tom Leykis Show. It's Leykis 101. Hello. Are you there, Rick?
Oh, sorry, Tom. Spacing out there. Hey, just a couple of quick comments. Been listening to you just about forever, and couldn't handle you at first. And the more I listened to you, the more I fell in love with you, to tell you the truth. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate the work that you're doing for all of the young fellers out there that need that really great advice.
It's a public service. I consider myself a missionary.
Well, I can tell you, some of these guys that call in, and if they didn't have you, I think they should be taken out of the gene pool. I swear to God. You're doing a great service for all these guys. I spent the most of my younger years living pretty much like you were talking about doing. And I had a great story about Key West. I went down there and humped all over that place. And when I woke up in the middle of the afternoon, laying on the beach, parboiled, swollen up like a balloon, had to take an airplane all the way back to Seattle that day. It was hell, I'll tell you.
Wow.
Good time down there. It was a great time. Anyway, I won't keep you. I just want to tell you I appreciate your show a whole lot and hope these guys are listening and will take your advice because it's primo. It's gold.
Now, Dean said you had a question for me.
This is going to sound terrible to a lot of your listeners. I don't really mean it to be, but I don't know how you do it. I swear to God, I don't know how you handle it. Some of these guys that call in. I know you make good money, but sometimes I just think, how can it be worth it?
Well, I can tell you. I don't even need to use words to tell you how I can tolerate these listeners.
Yeah.
That simple.
Ka-ching, I hear it, and it's got. In my opinion, they ain't paying you enough.
Boy,
and I tell you what, you're doing a great job, and there's been times I wish to God I would have had this kind of advice at a younger age myself.
As you know, I am the Mother Teresa of broadcasting.
Well, thanks again, and I will take a big old bong hit on the way out. Thanks again.
All right, Rick, here you go. Tom Leykis.
1-800-5800-TOM.
Tom Leykis.
1-800-5800-866.
How are you doing?
Do you care?
God, yes. Without you, these men would be lost.
Oh, baby.
The Tom Leykis Show.
The Tom Leykis Show. Leykis 101. I am your professor. This is David. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom.
Yeah.
How's it going, buddy?
Good.
Hey, I like your energy. I think you're a smart guy.
Thank you.
I have to bring up a point, though.
Yes.
And it has to do with what makes a man manly.
Yes.
And I disagree with glorifying the act where I think going out and banging women and telling them to have abortions. I don't think that's not saying this isn't about abortion. This is about glorifying banging women.
What's wrong with banging women? That's what every man thinks of.
No. I agree. But a real man has a head on his shoulders. The decision to have a baby, you can make that decision before you stick your twang in
But the fact is, every guy is going to have sex. That's the reality of it.
Okay.
You see, I can only deal with reality. I can't change reality.
Okay.
So when I talk about this stuff, it's based on how men think, not how men should think, how they do think.
Sure. And I think a manly man thinks, you know what? I think if I think before I have sex.
No, wrong. All men think with the little head.
Okay. I don't think that makes a man then.
I don't care. We didn't say it makes a man, but that is just a characteristic of men.
Okay. Not all men.
All right, you're right. Not all, just most.
Okay. I think a real man thinks about the consequences of thinking with his.
But the point is, even if you think about it, for example, I have paid for 4 abortions. I didn't plan on getting anybody pregnant.
Okay.
And in 3 of those cases, I used a condom.
Okay.
In one case, we didn't talk about birth control.
Okay.
You see? And so the fact that I did think about it, and she got pregnant anyway. So I wanted her to have an abortion. And she did in all 3 of those cases.